know if I'm gonna get a word in. God damn, I don't know if I'm gonna even get a word in. It's already starting. Oh, what up, y'all? I had to take my time and read this part of the book, starting at page 128. The book is called Behold a Pale Horse by the author William Cooper. I was reading this and I had to stop. My stomach became queasy and I felt like I wanted to throw up. This was like in the wee hours of the rising. I was up, couldn't really sleep, like talking about. Been, that's kind of been my story, my song for the last few months. Actually, I really haven't been able to get sleep. Like I haven't been sleeping through the whole night, and honestly, it's been like that for years. But it just seemed like it intensified. The last 6 months, I just really haven't been able to sleep. But it's been intensified for the last 3 months, even more. So I wanted to read this part to y'all. If y'all, okay, all right, y'all. Y'all already know what time it is. So I really believe there's a problem with this actual um, this tablet because when I went on my phone, I didn't have any problems. So I believe it's the tablet, to be honest. I wanted to read this to y'all. You just saw a video of military cars heading to Chicago. Yeah. Um, I think they're saying the top. I want to say top 20 states, or I even want to go as to say top coronavirus cases states. One of them is Louisiana. Um, my people back home. My heart goes out to everybody across the world, but for a lot of my people who weren't prepared, I feel sorry for those who um, looked at those who was blowing the trumpets as some weird ass paranoid people. You know, I've been called everything under the sun, except the child of God. I've been called, I've been accused of fear mongering and all that other stuff. Now the shit is coming past. Um, I just, yeah, California has 40 million on lockdown. Yep. Gemini Girl says shit didn't hit the fan here in New York. 100% of the workforce must stay home. Yes, I've heard. I've heard. Y'all just what can y'all do? Stay strong. Stay strong. Um, the following report by Dr. Paps. I'll be this right here. I have a lisp, so just know that it's gonna be hard. Paps, concerning FEMA and concentration camps in the United States is photographed and printed exactly as written. In the United States, and it says a national emergency, right? And it says total takeover. This is Dr. William R. Pap. So again, this is a report by this doctor reaching out to William Cooper. And William Cooper put this in the, what's called? Yeah, New York City suspended all mortgages and foreclosures for 90 days. You still flying, taking cargo back and forth? Mm, yeah. Okay. Ready? This is Dr. William R. Paps. He says his address is 1434 West Alabama Street, Houston, Texas 77006. His telephone number is area code 713, was area code 713 521 9896. It says, this is my 1979 updated report on the concentration camp program of the Department of the Defense of the United States. I'm gonna try to go slow on some parts that are very important so that y'all can get an understanding of so y'all can get an understanding of what's going on. Y'all say it feels eerie in Philly? Yeah, military trucks are on the war, lining up in George Washington Bridge. They say some scary shit here in New York City. This is some scary. Yeah, are they preparing for a riot or a civil war here? You don't know where to go, y'all. Okay, so let me explain something to y'all. Let me just explain something to y'all. Before I go further with this report from from this doctor to William Cooper, let me say this to y'all. If you do not live in coastal cities and have a yacht or whatever, you're pretty much fucked. What I mean by that is that you're not. What I'm saying is like you're not doomed for death, but what I am saying is that you. This is it. Okay, this is it. The United States, there is going to be no in or out, right? Um, they're not letting people in. They're not letting people in. This is it. If you have any loved ones in other countries right now that are United States citizens, honestly and truly, they're better off than the United States citizens. Why am I saying that? Because truly, if martial law really does pop off nationwide, and it may happen like a domino effect. You may see one state, the first state declare, and then all of a sudden it comes. It's never good. I told y'all this on the other live. It's never good when you see any forms of military movement. It is never good. Okay. This thing can go several ways. So at first, martial law can start off complying, right? They will, be nice but be firm with the laws. If total chaos breaks out off, then you have to understand that martial law can turn. They show okay, so if you would look back into the history of the Philippines when they declared martial law, they had people getting raped and beaten by the military who was supposed to serve and protect. The military, unfortunately, even your fraternity order of police, because remember this is a fraternity order of police. It's not police state. It's fraternity order, which means that their brotherhood is to serve the powers that give them orders, not to serve the public. Okay? I know that sounds weird, but just hold on to what I'm saying. The 24-hour grocery stores are not 24 hours and food is gone. Yeah, food is gone. Home. I'm so sorry, Minnie Mouse. I don't know, y'all. Somebody, shit. She's got kids. Minnie Mouse has kids. Anybody on this live that is willing to take this woman and her children in, please share information. Like, I don't know how that, and that breaks my spirit, man. Somebody, anybody who is in NYC right now who can possibly take in that can be trusted, where this woman can lay her head down and don't have to worry about nobody touching her kids. So let me that kind of just set me off right there. Like I'm very pissed. So some of the people are trying to figure out why some of these bigger cities have not called out school yet. Well, they are well aware of the situation of these children. A lot of these kids are going to school, they're homeless. This is their only refuge of shelter, right? They understand that a lot of these kids are in home situations where the parents or the guardians are abusive. So this is one of the reasons why some of these people have not shut down their schools statewide yet. Crown Kitaba, my God, I pray for your sanity and your peace. Ashley Reed says, "Can anyone help her in Texas?" What's going on, sis? Ashley says that she doesn't have food, y'all. She has a 3-year-old and a 6-month-old. She's in Texas. What part of Texas? You ran to Philly, Minnie Mouse, but you came back. Yeah, yeah. Philly is not going. Philly is not a place you want to be at right now, especially with kids. Like, I don't know how you will get here to Texas. Please, someone, I know it's scary to take on a stranger, but we have to stand together. Yeah, yeah. They're allowing kids to come to school and eat. Same down here. Ashley's in Dallas. Ashley has a 3-year-old. I can't. I'm sorry, y'all. I really can't. Like, this is what is pissing me off. I'm trying to hold it in, but I knew that this, if nothing else was gonna get to my spirit, it was gonna be kids. I've been trying to hold this shit together and not cry, but I'm so angry right now. Yes, somebody says check your local churches. Um, I have kids myself. I understand. I have been homeless with a child. I know what it feels like. Um, but this is on another level. I was trying to hold it back. I was trying to hold it back. I really was. I was trying to hold it back. Um, but this is what's gonna get to me during this time. It's the kids. I have a huge rage that burns when it comes to kids. This is it right here. I'm trying. Bronze Rose says, Ashley, what's your cash app? What is Minnie Mouse's cash app? What is Minnie Mouse cash app? What is Ashley Reed's cash app, y'all? Um, sorry, y'all. Ashley says it is $ BOIMOM34. She's saying thank you for anything, anything. Um, Bo, you cried this morning. And the fucked up part about it is that China is going back to normal. Um, my husband has a friend out there who works out there, who's been living out there for some time now, and this friend has literally reported back to him that China is literally going back to fucking normal, like nothing has ever happened. That is not hearsay. That's not alleged. This is firsthand information. This is firsthand information. Um, Ashley is by herself and her boys. A three. A three. year old and a 6 month old. This is what's gonna get to me, these kids. Take your money out the bank, Deuce Mom. Take your money out the bank. If your spirit is telling you right now is the time to take it out. Look, this is the thing. Y'all can always put y'all money back in the fucking bank. If all of this shit does go back to normalcy, y'all can always put it back in the bank. My suggestion is that y'all take everything that y'all can out the bank. Take it in the smallest denominations that way y'all can give correct change. That's just my personal opinion. But, uh take it out. Fuck it. China is already back to work. Scorpio 16. I know maybe I'm holding y'all down, but it's just this. Y'all know that kids are my soft spot. I can't. Yeah, like I just this shit is. I'm so angry right now. I am so angry. I am angry right now. I really am. Why these CEOs are stepping down from these companies is because you can, if you look at history, right before a major crash, Wall Street, the stock market has to go into a recession and shit is reset. You always see CEOs stepping down. We just know about it more now because of social media. And the reason why I'm crying for a lot of y'all that are coming on is that I'm fucking angry because I have people who are in my chat room who are homeless with kids that have nowhere to go. They're stranded. And I am just I am very upset that they don't have churches that are open. Like, I'm angry, I'm pissed. I want to hit somebody. I want somebody to feel this fucking wrath right now. I am. I want. I'm angry. I am angry. And anybody that knows me knows that, like, when I'm angry, I do cry. I do cry when I'm angry. Because that's the only other way that I will allow it to come out unless I'm doing spell work. Or unless I need to really put my hands on somebody. I'm just anybody knows me. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm a firm advocate for kids. When it comes to babies, I don't play. Man, I don't see I don't see how the hell y'all giving everything else to God. Y'all not giving this shit to God. Churches, at least y'all should be open. Man, if I had a church, I would say fuck that building and I would let all the homeless people in there, especially homeless people with kids. And for me to sit here and read Ashley Reed, Minnie Mouse, these are women in the chat room. Y'all, anybody in the Texas area, Ashley Reed says she has a 3-year-old and a 6-month old. She has no food. This shit is so fucking aggravating. There are talks of people who are in other countries. There are American citizens that are stranded in other countries. that went for vacation or just to get away. They don't live there, they don't work there. This was just something that they did. Um, they have they've been trying to contact the U.S. embassy with to no avail, not having really too much help. They're stranded overseas. This might have been the best thing that could ever happen to them, actually, because I just feel like the way that the United States is going, if this shit, if numbers, if the lies of numbers don't start going down, it's only going to get worse from here. We can well go into the whole of the summer quarantine, the lockdown, martial law, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And I'm just telling y'all this. Um, Unfortunately, there have been covert groups that has been hired, and I keep telling y'all this, to act like civilians in distress if need to pop off violence. Okay. Um. Anybody? Ashley Reed and Minnie Mouse. Do y'all have PayPal? The pastors are mad because they can't have service. They refuse to help people because they're not getting tithes. That's true. A lot of them, we already know. Joe Osteen ass, who has more than enough space in the state of Texas to help and house people. We already know he wasn't trying to help during the hurricane. What make you think he gonna try to help during this shit? You can literally turn your church over to the state of Texas medical to make it into a medical facility. I'm pretty sure you can find out how to get a tax break if this shit boils over and just goes away. Mega churches have members they have to care for already. That's true. That is definitely true. But at least housing. And my thing is, if you was doing right by those sides, you would have more than enough in your storehouse to help financially. Man, this is crazy. Churches give government. Of course, they're nonprofit. They're a nonprofit organization. They have a 501c3. One is in New York. The other one is in Texas, Dallas, I believe. Your cousins are stuck in Peru. Yep. And do you know there's a coronavirus relief fund that you can donate to on PayPal? Y'all ain't getting my fucking money. Sorry. Why? So I can help y'all fund more government shit towards citizens. Minnie Mouse, what's your cash app? I'm reading Hold the Pale Horse by William Cooper. My son over here passing gas. If you have the book, I'm on page 128. I'm about to start this over again. Wild Dandies, Amanda. Yeah, that's true. Churches lose their funding if they do speak on certain things. That is definitely correct. They're paying folks $7,000 to test a drug for coronavirus. That is true. That there is. Yeah, clinical trials has been something that clinical trials has been going on for a long time now. I remember that I remember that I was recruited for a clinical trial less about a little over 10 years ago, actually. I didn't do it. I was recruited for it. I asked the necessary questions. I asked what was it. I already knew that I wasn't gonna be putting no shit in my body anyway. I just wanted to ask the necessary questions just to get the information. It is Behold the Pale Horse. Again, the army is on the streets of Manhattan. Yes, I know. Um, Mimi, Minnie Mouse, Minnie Mouse, where are you? Where Minnie Mouse, where are you? Minnie Mouse stated she needed help, and it's like she just disappeared. Minnie Mouse, what's going on, sis? I need to see you in the. Trump wants to use the malaria vaccine, yeah, which means that any any drugs concerning malaria has to be rerouted from where Africa to here, leaving Africa vulnerable and subjectable to whatever. But they have they you know what? But because they have been labeled as piss poor third world countries in the continent of Africa, they've had to learn how to rely on their herbs to cure. So I don't believe they'll miss that treatment, though it you know I was just talking to two guys. Taiji says that I was just talking to two guys. They told me that Entangled, that's a Disney movie. The character was being quarantined by her mom, and the name of the quarantine or the castle was Corona. Wow. It's raining and gloomy in Nashville. Yeah. Taiji. They kicking people off of YouTube. Yeah. Y'all get shots of malaria already when traveling. I think I did. Yep. I mean, of course you do. Certain places they require for you to get the yellow fever, malaria shot. Depends on where you're going. Uh, Listen, if this live, if it starts to buffer, know that I'll be back. But I want to read this, okay? This man who sent this to, he's a doctor, Dr. William R. Paps. Don't know if he's living or dead, but he sent this to William Cooper. William Cooper put this in the book. He says on April 20th, 1976. Now, I want to say something to y'all. We were officially declared national emergency on the 15th of February 2020. Okay. So since last month, when he first declared national, the Constitution had already been suspended then. Okay. Now, what this man is telling William Cooper right here is, um, well, the screen is going to go white because I got a sticker on the front camera. Okay. So always just wait until I put the back camera on. If my video is lagging, just refresh. Jolie, the whole situation is dizzying. I live in New York City, and after hearing the governor's brief and 45, I just turned the TV off. Yeah, yeah. Scorpio 16 says, well, how about this? Saint Corona is the patron saint of pandemics and plagues. And it's crazy because yesterday was the day of the patron saint Joseph. Saint Joseph. Um, let's see. Yeah, you right, cultural connoisseur. You had a dream about the ocean? Wow, let me read this. Behold the Pale Horse, William Cooper, page 128. On April 20th, 1976, after a rapid and thorough investigation, I filed a suit on behalf of the people of the United States against various personages that had a key part in a conspiracy program to do away with the United States as we know it. This is a Progress report to you, the plaintiffs, you, the people of the United States. The civil action number is 76-H-667. It is entitled Complaint Against the Concentration Camp Program of the Department of Defense. It was filed in the United States District Court of the Southern District of Texas, Houston Division. The judge responsible for the case was Judge Carl Bue, B-U-E. The reason why this doctor gives William Cooper this information down to the wires because when this came out, he wanted y'all to be able to look at it, okay? He was cleansing you through your feet, and there was a green bag with a laptop. The owner of it was a black woman coder who was getting married. Wow. Okay. You have no doubt. Okay, here we go. Ready? Here we go. Thank you, Tennessee's daughter. Thank you. Much prayers. Much prayers to everyone. Says you have no doubt heard the story. Once under the Nazi regime in Germany, a man worked on an assembly line in a baby carriage factory. His wife was going to have a baby, but the Nazi government would not let anybody buy a baby carriage. The man decided he would secretly collect one part from each department and assemble the carriage himself. When this was done, he and his wife gathered up the pieces and assembled it. When they finished, they did not have a baby carriage, they had a machine gun. And that is exactly the situation that I'm going to present to you at this time. The Center for the Study of Democratic Institutions recently completed a proposed constitution for the new states of America. The center is Rockefeller funded. To give you an indication of the type of constitution proposed, the term national emergency is mentioned 134 times. The document did not have a Bill of Rights, and the right to own arms was taken away. At the same time, the House Concurrent Resolution number 28 awaited for calling a constitutional convention on or before July 4th, 1976. The presiding officer over such an event would have been Nelson Rockefeller, Vice President and President pro tem of the Senate. This particular resolution awaited in committee. Obviously, money would not be spent on these massive programs unless there would be the chance for the actual implementation of such a scheme. This man is saying that these people would not be taking so many of taxpayers' money and actually saying we're spending so many $1 trillion toward this program. They're not going to put all this money toward this program if it's not going to be used, right? This is what he's saying. However, in case the American people do not voluntarily adopt a new constitution less troublesome to those who desire dictatorship, there is executive number, you ready? Executive order number 11490, 11490, which will include its predecessors when it is cited herein. Okay, hold on. The executive order authorizes the secretaries of the various agencies to prepare for any quote unquote national emergency type situation, included but not limited to those specified in the executive order itself. Okay, ready? Executive order 11490. For if you read the order, there is nothing at all left to the imagination. For any conceivable pretense, a national emergency may be declared based upon this frightening decree, dated October 1969. The order itself was prefaced in March of 69 by another executive order which established the federal regions and their capitals. Now, take a deep breath because it's take a deep breath. Take a deep breath because this is where your fight is going to come, okay? What fight am I talking about? This is where the fight of fear is going to try to overtake you. So I'm going to need you to take a deep breath. For every time you get fearful, okay? For every time you get fearful, take a deep breath. I don't care if you have to pause this video or turn it off if you need to, but I do not need for you to allow fear to overtake you. It is natural for fear to approach you. Okay, it is natural, but I just need you to not give into it. Okay, I just need you to vibrate higher while you're listening to what I'm trying to tell you. Yes, there is a such thing as vibrating high while knowing the truth and reality and what the fuck is going on. You do not have to have what I call toxic positivity. I want to start a hashtag called toxic positivity. That's the kind of positivity that makes you blind to what the fuck is going on around you. It makes you blind and stupid, and you are ignoring it to the degree that it's an escapism. Okay, we don't need that. Okay. uh Minnie Mouse, give your information, dear, if you have PayPal or Cash App. If you need to visit your grandmother, I'm gonna just tell you this right now. New Jersey might be a little bit more safer than New York, but New York is more safer than Philly. Bronze Rose, blessings to you. Now, take a deep breath. Y'all ready? Okay, here we go. Just in case this live cuts off, I'm gonna come right back on, so don't be worried. Okay. Some people need PayPal. Minnie Mouse, do you have PayPal? Ready? Go. All the departments of the government were involved, including the LEA, which is LEAA, which is Law Enforcement Assistance Administration, and HEW, Health, Education, and Welfare. Congressman Larry McDonald has revealed to Congress that various guerrilla and terrorist groups were being financed by the federal government. This is Jade Helm 15. JADEHELM 15. This is when there will be tactical issues of agents dressed like civilians, walking around like civilians, driving around like civilians, sparking up random conversations with civilians to see what you would feel would be best and necessary toward the government if mayhem was to break out. Right. So let's say, let me do this. For example, you're in a bar. You're sitting at the bar. It's a slow night, right? But you just felt like getting out and getting a drink. While you're sitting at the bar, some random stranger comes up to you, starts a conversation, right? Now they're talking to you about, man, have you seen those new kicks? Have you seen those new shoes? Oh, did you know that such and such is coming to town, right? Let's say, oh, did you know some Thundercat town? You know that Kendrick Lamar is coming to town. Did you know that? You got a ticket? Yeah, I was gonna get a ticket too, man, but I can't get off of work. And then the real conversation that they wanted to have with you starts. Hey man, what do you think about, I've heard about this whole coronavirus thing. What have you heard about it? Man, like, I'm just willing to do whatever I need to for the, necessary if the government starts getting out of hand. And then that opens up a doorway to make you feel comfortable to say, yeah, I'd be willing to do whatever. This person is literally taking in information. Then they'll be like, as soon as you get deep in the conversation, you get comfortable. Then it's like, hey man, nice to meet you. What's your name? My name is Jerry. Oh, guess what? My name is Brandon. Brandon what? Brandon Johnson. Oh, okay. Hey, I'm from North Carolina, but I got family in Washington. Oh, really? Yeah, I'm from Florida. Oh, cool. I went to visit down there. Vacation down there all the time. What part are you from? Oh, I'm from Key West. Oh, okay, what part of Key West? I'm familiar with Key West. Do you see what I'm talking about? Do you see what I'm talking about? This is Jade Helm 15. Congressman Larry McDonald has revealed to Congress that various guerrilla and terrorist groups were being financed by the federal government. These are the words of William Cooper out of the book Behold a Pale Horse. This is page 129. If they, the terrorist groups, actually begin insurgent activities, Executive Order 11490 would be activated. What does that mean? What does that mean? Go back and watch the movie The First Purge. This is exactly what the fuck they are saying, right? That the guerrilla warfare groups and the terrorist groups that are being financed by the federal government If watch this, if they, the terrorist groups, actually begin insurgent activities. What is insurgent activities? Right? Executive Order 11490 will be activated. This literally is like a fucking purge executive order. Will we see the first purge happen in Philly? We may. I don't know, y'all. I don't have all the answers. And let me just say this. She says, anybody from Dallas, Texas, Ashley Reed, can anybody help her? Can anybody help Ashley Reed right now in Texas? She has two little boys, a 3-year-old and a 6-month-old. Can anybody on the live take her in? Sabrina, you better walk by faith and sight. You better keep your eyes open. Don't close your eyes and stick your head in the ground, baby. You gotta keep your eyes open, my dear. Walk by faith and walk by sight. All right? Psalms 91. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Okay. Here we go. But as mentioned previously, if you will read Executive Order 11490, you will see that a national emergency may be declared for any conceivable pretense whatsoever. I see messages being retracted. What's happening? Why are y'all retracting your messages? Ashley, what side of town are you on in Dallas? Bo is on the phone. Thank you, God. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, God. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Ashley, what's your email? So Bo can email you. Y'all can exchange phone numbers. This year has been rough. Your daughter was 9 months pregnant. She lost her baby 2 weeks ago. Her due date was today. Now this virus life is so, yeah. You're angry too. I know. I'm so sorry. Yeah, according to the Bible, y'all, I don't want y'all to get like very carried away, because let me tell you something. I used to be an ordained minister, so I don't know everything, but I know enough, and I know that my mother prepared me and my brother. We never started in the book of John 3:16. We never started in Exodus. We didn't learn Bible stories first. My mother started us off as kids in the book of Revelation and in the book of Daniel. That was the first two books that we learned. Okay, that was the first two books that we learned was Revelations and Daniel. We are not in the per se end, right? We're in the birth pains. This it according to, if you want to go word for word, right, line upon line, precept upon precept, when it comes to prophecy, we are probably in the beginning stages of the 7 year tribulations, right, where these trumpets are being, um, we've already experienced the four horsemen. These things are happening. Yes, Scorpio 16. Crowning of a new birth. Yep. Yep. Cultural connoisseur, you want it. You are on it. Drager 13. You can say, nah, none of this is real. And I personally do believe that the coronavirus is a hoax. I do believe that they're using this to usher in some other shit. But guess what? You can't tell that to the millions of people who have experienced someone who is sick during this time. I'm not here to tell you what's real and what's fake. What I am here to do is prepare you for the shit that is about to pop off or may try to pop off, okay? You can hallucinate somewhere else. Don't come over here and hallucinate. I'm talking about you. I'm talking to you. I mean, I can be about that life right now. If you want to troll, we can troll. I'm about that life right now. I mean, we can if you want. That's what you want to do. What we reading? I have y'all on silent. Somebody block Drager. Like if you come in here to start shit, we can go there. I am feeling a little petty, but I'm just saying I don't feel like. Thank you, Tennessee's daughter. I got that. As mentioned, privilege. Okay, so if the order, let me start over from this paragraph, right? But as mentioned previously, if you will read Executive Order 11490, you will see that a national emergency can be declared for any conceivable pretense whatsoever. If the order itself were activated, here is what would happen. Okay, this is if Executive Order 11490 was to be activated. Okay, if executive, I'm gonna repeat this again because it's very important. If Executive Order 11490 was to be activated, this is what would happen. The next day, you and your family would be standing in the front of your local post office with your neighbors. The front door bursting with a block long lines of people waiting to be registered. After waiting in the line, you and your family for hours, you finally get channeled through the doors, right? Once inside, you overhear the postal clerk with his sidearm on telling a frightened restraint, look here, there's nothing that I can do, right? The truck behind the building will take you to a work camp where you have been assigned. Your wife has been assigned to a factory, and then there's nothing that I can do. Then your son or daughter looks up to you with quivering voice asking, Daddy, why are we here? Juju, I understand. Implementing the new government. Ready? This is just say. I just told y'all if Executive Order 1190 is activated, that's what will happen, right? This is what's in detail. This right here. Boom. Ready? Well, you see, there's much more to life in a free country than paying your mortgage. You have to be aware of what's going on and act accordingly and participate in government, that is, get involved. Examining the organization chart on executive number 11490 or 11,490 to discover how we have all helped finance through our tax dollars the mechanics of the overthrow of our Constitution. Executive Order 11490 designates certain authorities to the Office of Emergency Preparedness, which in turn designates authority to the various departments of the federal government. Here we go. I told y'all to hold on because what I was getting ready to read to y'all was either going to make y'all sick or fearful. I told y'all fight, fight. I know this is a lot, but just fight. If the order were implemented, the post office will be responsible for national registration. Why? Why? Huh? Why? The State Department would be responsible for the protection of the United Nations personnel or property and prevention of escape from the United States. Say this to y'all again. The State Department, Homeland Security, would be responsible for the protection of the United Nations personnel or property and the prevention of escape from the United States. Ashley, Deuce Mom is speaking to you. Make sure that the Department of Defense will be responsible for the expropriation of industry, direction of services and national production system, control of censorship and communication expropriation of non-industrial facilities, right? The Commerce Department will be responsible for the expropriation, selection, and international distribution of commodities, which would be the actual looting of the United States. Census Information and Human Resources. The Treasury Department will be responsible for the collection of cash and non-cash items and the recreation or recreation of evidence of assets and liabilities. The Justice Department would have concurrent responsibility with the Department of State for prevention of escape from the United States, for replenishing the stockpile of narcotics, for a national police force, for correctional and penal institutions, for mass feeding and housings of prisoners, and for use of prisoners to augment manpower, which would be slave labor. Oh, wait, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. Gets worse. The federal bank, which is not a federal bank, will be responsible for the regulation of withdrawal of currency. Scorpio 16 says, I tried to get people to understand that about this wall. Well, you know what's so crazy? It's crazy that on February 15th, on February the 15th, last month, here in the 2020 year, right? You the first thing after Trump declared national emergency, he began to talk about the building of the wall being completed ASAP in the southern region. Well, the southern region is where I am, okay, in this state of Arizona. Um, I've always said, and I've said it several times on this channel, that what if that wall is not to keep them out? What if it's to keep us in? Right? You had a dream last night about the black horse's head. So if according to your dream we might, we're there on the third horseman. This is Behold the Pale Horse, William Cooper. The the Federal Reserve has been gone, to be honest. It's not there. I have said that. I've said several times that that wall is not to keep those people out. It is to keep us in, right? So I'm gonna read this again. The federal bank, if Executive Order 11490 becomes active, the federal bank, which is not a federal bank at all, would be responsible for regulation of withdrawal of currency. They're going to tell you how much to withdraw, how much you can withdraw, if you can at all. Okay? The GSA, which is General Service Administration, will be responsible for confiscation of private property for government use. This sounds a lot like martial law, folks. Oh man, this is a lot. Um, Health, education, and welfare, which is the HEW, right? Health, education, and welfare would be responsible for nationalization of education, which the Department of Education has already done. Um, this is one of the reasons why we see barbed wire and prison style fences surrounding our schools. When I was a little kid, we didn't have that shit on schools. We didn't, right? Health services, hospitals, and mental institutions. The Labor Department will be responsible for recruiting manpower, selecting power, referring power, manpower, and allocating manpower so that each particular person that was registered at the post office is in this national registration will be told where he or she is going to work. Now, this is the most important thing. that y'all gotta understand right here. Okay, y'all ready? What I'm getting ready to say next is the reason why I've been warning my dear sisters and brothers who are on low income, HUD and Section 8. Okay, I really love y'all, but this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. HUD, Housing and Urban Development, will be responsible for the transfer of persons to temporary or permanent housings in regional emergency planning and cooperation. In other words, if they had to do a FEMA camp roundup, they would start in the low income HUD and Section 8 parts, right? This is where they would go first. If FEMA wants to do a roundup of concentration camps, this is where they would go first. All right, HUD, Section 8. The Transportation Department is responsible for emergency enforcement and control and movement of passengers and the emergency operation in the Alaska Railroad. This is I don't recall being fenced in either. Scorpio 16 says, Mystic Circle, if you would like to make a mod just for this live, I can link the ebook for people who want the free PDF to follow along. I have given out this free PDF file um eons ago. I mean, you can link it. Do I have to make you a moderator for you to do it, or you just can't put it through there? Bo, thank you. Bo, thank you for your help. Bo is helping Ashley right now. Bo is helping. Bo is helping. Bo, thank you. Bo, thank you. Only mods can share links. Oh, that's why. Got you. I was like, what? Only a moderator can share links. Got you. I didn't realize. That's why I was kind of like, what? Who would be asking to be a moderator at this time? Got you. A wheel in the middle of the wheel way up the air. That's all I keep singing. I know that's right, Lux. Um, y'all give me one. I just did it. Scorpio 16. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. I'm about to transition outside. My husband is working from home, and I need to. I want to finish um reading to y'all. Oh shit! Here we motherfucking go. Y'all bitches couldn't stay out the sky, huh? Y'all motherfuckers couldn't stay out the sky. Y'all gotta y'all gotta spray some more shit, huh? You can't leave us alone, huh? One so far in the sky going hard. You just can't leave us alone. You got the spray. Ugh, disgusting motherfuckers. I'm so tired of this shit. I am so tired of this shit. Where did his bitch ass go? Like that motherfucker just disappeared. I can't even see his ass no more. Oh, did he just stop spraying? I think he just stopped spraying, y'all. I hope his ass ran out. Fuck. Thank you, Tanisha. Okay, so let me finish this, y'all. Then we gonna talk, right? There's two specific agencies that we need to look at and to keep in mind. Um, that's the HUE and the Justice Department. As those two agencies are related to the Department of Defense, and that's Home Economics and Welfare, I think. The various military departments are a part of the Department of Defense. Under it, we have the Secretary of Army, Chief of Staff, Deputy Chief of Staff of Personnel and Law Enforcement, U.S. Army's Forces Command and Continental Army Reserve, and the National Guard. And under that, we have the four armies divided up the United States. Under the Fifth Army, we have the Provost Marshal, who is directly connected to the Deputy Chief of Staff for Law Enforcement personnel. Under the Provost Marshal for the Fifth Army, we have the 300 military police POW, Prisoners of War Command in Livonia, Michigan. Livonia, Livonia, Michigan. Anybody familiar with that place? I'm not. Um, Thank you, Scorpio. Yes, please download. Scorpio is sharing a link for the PDF file of the book that I'm reading, Behold the Pale Horse. I am on page 130. Minnie Mouse. It's a suburb of Detroit. Okay. All right. Got you. At this point, I quote from retired Adam Elmo Zumwalt's book, On Watch Kissinger Estate. So this man has a Admiral Elmo Zumwalt's book, which is called On Watch. Kissinger states, I believe the American people lack the will to do the things necessary to achieve parity and to maintain maritime superiority. I believe we must get the best deal we can in our negotiations before the United States and the Soviets both perceive these changes and the balance that occurs. When these perceptions are in agreement, both sides know the U.S. is inferior, we must have gotten the best deal we can. Americans at that time will not be happy that I have settled for second, but it will be too late. So, are they saying that the American people have to come under enslavement to another country? Things that make you go, I heard a loud sound like a man's voice. It was so loud and it was going on for maybe 10 seconds. It's funny you say that because last night, it sounds like last night, sounds like I heard like booming, but in the form like of a house beat, like boom, 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 boom. And then when every time I would peek my head out, it would stop. And then when I would come back inside and I would chill, and it was boom, boom, boom. And it was like I could hear it's like I could hear voices as if it was a party. I couldn't hear nothing but boom, 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 and I could hear. Wow, that's amazing. That's crazy. Wait, Lux, what are you saying? Hold on. You said in Michigan they just said the online school hours will not count toward the annual requirements. What the fuck's U.S. tax line just moved to July 15th? I don't care. I'm poor, too poor to file. Damn. Deluxe says I was at my altar. I know I'm not crazy, and I know the difference. The difference in what? What's going on? You heard a church bell ring. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, remember, do y'all remember like not too long ago I told y'all I've been hearing like this sounds, right? I'm serious. Like not too long ago, maybe like a month or two ago, I could have sworn I heard like a loud ass fucking trumpet sound and it was only once. It didn't happen twice, it was just once. I could have sworn I heard a loud ass trumpet sound. You heard a church bell? If you think about it, the story is being told on the walls at the New World Airport in Denver. Yeah. They sound in the spirit realm, the sound here on earth. Yeah. Yep. This sound was on earth. I believe it was on earth. I thought I was the one going cuckoo. Let's see. Let's see. I gotta go back just to see what y'all was saying. I thought I heard a man's voice too. But remember I told y'all that project, what they call that? Project some weird shit. Project Bluebeam. Project Bluebeam is what I was Ashley Reed, Deuce Mom, and some other people are emailing you. They're asking you to please respond. Yeah, Project Bluebeam. I'm sorry, but if I see a blonde hair, blue eyed Jesus coming out of the sky, um, and it's Project Bluebeam and this holographic, and I don't care how real it looks, I am not gonna believe that shit. I'm just not. I'm not gonna believe it. And he looks nothing like what the Bible says he looks like. Period. You come here looking like if you come here looking like Serapis Bay, it's gonna be a problem. If this nigga come out the sky looking like a smaller version of John Travolta, it's gonna be a problem. If this nigga come out the sky looking like a younger version of Mel Gibson, it's gonna be a problem. That is not how he looks. But what happens if they do actually make him look like what the Bible says? Will you believe then? Because what did they do? Say, well, people can always go back and read the Bible and show that he looks like this. So it's kind of like, what? Come on, what? There's a lady back here who don't even live here, and she's freaking me the fuck out. What the fuck is going on, bitch? Mm-mm. Let's see. Spiritual energy is strong. Deuce mom says she put 7-day candles on her altar and they finish in 4 days. Funny you said that because my candles have been finishing very quickly. Very quickly. Um and what's crazy, Scorpio 16 said what's crazy is that they have holographic technology. Yeah, 7D technology, of course. No, it will be a fake messiah. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Either way, it's gonna be. Either way, the Lux experience. I'm not even gonna talk about what's happening on my altars. You know what I've been seeing? I've been seeing the flames burn very violently. If I can use that word, can I? If can I use that word? Very violently. Um, very volatile way of burning. Lots of flickering, lots of jumping, lots of dancing. But I don't feel a peace about it. When I look at it, I feel there's a lot of there. It's a response to show me what is happening, and even the ancestors. I feel a lot of people are like, well, they had peace. They're not here. They ain't scrambling. But I do feel like they are pushing on our behalf to cause an order. And there is a resistance for whatever reason. I feel it. It is heavy in energy. Energy. Yep. Yep. And the violence take it back by force. Yep. You are right, Deluxe. Our ancestors are speaking and guiding us. You are definitely right. Yep. You're definitely right. Yeah, and I will show y'all, but it's on my altar and I don't show my altar. Let me see how far I can get through this, right? Let's see. Zimwalt said, "No, why not take it to the American people? They will not accept the decision to become second best while they're in a position of gross national product, twice that of the USSR. USSR is now known as Russia. Okay. Kissinger responds, that's a question of judgment. I judge that we will not get their support. And if we seek it and tell that fact as we would have to, we would lose our negotiating leverage with the Soviets." Zumwalt stated, "But isn't that the ultimate immorality in the democracy? To make a decision for the people of such importance without consulting them?" And then Kissinger responds, "Perhaps I doubt that there are 1 million who could even understand the issue." Zumwalt responded, "Even if that presumption is correct, those 1 million can influence the opinions of the majority of the people. I believe it is my duty to take the other course." Kissinger responded, "You should take care lest your words result in a reduction in the Navy budget," right? So they're going back and forth. Should we agree that the United States come under Russia? This is the argument that they're having, right? You thought you heard a man's voice? Yeah, you're not the only person. It's happening to a few. It's happening to some of us. It is. It's happening to some of us. I could have sworn I heard a bunch of people last night, like it was a fucking party. I swear. And I literally went out on my patio and I heard nothing. I literally heard y'all. I heard nothing. I'm on page 131. So we see that the intention of the United States Department is regarding the people. Another fact, on December 30th, 1975, the California National Guard announced in a press release, which this person has, that the state's military police battalions were organized and trained to provide immediate response to virtually every civil and man-made disaster, as well as to assist law enforcement officers in emergency situations to carry out their law enforcement as well as their military mission. When I asked for of the defendants in this case for their mission statement, they did not provide it, although they say it is public information. So they were hiding things, right? Bo, are you speaking with Ashley? Deuce Mom says. The training spoken for the California National Guard covers such subjects as dealing with individual civilians slash civil population detention procedures, citizens' rights, and similar matters. As you know as well as I do, when there is or martial rule, citizens have no rights because the Constitution is preempted. Even the uniforms of the National Guards who participate in this program are different from the regular uniforms. So, those of you who are familiar with the uniforms of the National Guard, for those of you right now who still have access to the internet, and have National Guards already taking positions in your cities or states, please let's look up the regular uniform and let's see if that uniform is different. Okay, let's see if it's different, right? An Army spokesman will not reveal more about the uniforms, but the LA Sheriff's Department paramilitary units who have received this training also have Army fatigues dyed black for their uniforms. That was my dream that I had about over a decade ago. Military personnel dressed in black. Didn't seem that they knew, didn't seem like they were full military, but they were kind of like adapted into military procedure. That's exactly what my dream was over 10 years ago. Um, Minnie Mouse says she has 3 kids. Youngest is 14 months. Jesus. Woo. Yeah, Scorpio 16 is dropping it like it's hot. Thank you. Um, the training spoken of for the California National Guard covers such subjects as dealing with individual civilians. Okay, I read that. I read that. Okay, let's go to this one. We're on page 131. Behold the pale horse. Yes. A further fact is the disaster preparedness plan for the Marine Corps Supply Center in Barstow, California, quoting from that document. Under the Constitution and the laws of the United States, the preservation of law and order is the responsibility of local and state government, and the authority to maintain the peace and enforce the law is invested in the authorities of those governments. Oh, shit. There are specific exemptions to the above concept. One of those pertains to federal intervention to civil disturbances in certain situations. Military commanders are deemed to have the inherent authority to take any measure responsibly. This is even death, y'all. This is even murder necessary for the protection of life and property in the event of a sudden, unexpected public calamity which disrupts the normal process of government and presents an emergency so imminent as to make it dangerous to await instructions from appropriate authorities. So they literally tell them that they can act like God. That's what they're saying. They can literally act like God. Yeah, Brittany. Mimi, and Mimi. I see that you're not interacting as much with us. Please, they need information from you, my dear. Cash App and PayPal. Um, I'm not saying that you are, but if you are, I'm just speaking to that part of you. If you are dealing with the spirit of pride right now, this is not the time to be prideful. Um, I'm not saying that you are. If you're not, just disregard what I said. But I'm just saying if you are, because we need to help you. You have babies, and those who are homeless and have children. Those are the ones that I'm most concerned about at this time. Okay, because I can't really see. You're working right now. Bo said, excuse me, I'm working right now delivering goods to people at the same time. I know that's right, Bo. You better get it. Okay. Um, let's go through this. This includes law enforcement duties. The manual mentions something called garden plot forces, which we will discuss at length in a few minutes. Okay. You have Don Bell, who writes a weekly report, reported on July 25th, 1975, that in May of 1975, the 303 Civil Affairs Group of the U.S. Army Reserves in Kearney, New Jersey, conducted an exercise to sharpen the plans for a military takeover of the state government in New Jersey. Shit. According to Colonel. Okay, here we go. I'm back. I am back. Okay, let's see. This thing want to show my face so bad. It's cutting off. And then facing toward the camera, facing toward me. Okay. Let me see where I was. All right, I'm back. Okay, here we go. Don Bell, who writes the weekly report, reported on July 25th, 1975, that in May of 75, the 303 Civil Affairs Group of the United States Army Reserves in Kearney, New Jersey, conducted an exercise to sharpen the plans for military takeover in the government of state government in New Jersey, right? According to Colonel Francis Clark, they had conducted similar studies on how to seize municipal and county government over the past few years. But this was the first time they had studied state government. Such units were trained during World War II to operate captured governments in the foreign. We have never had federal troops train. It says training, but it's supposed to be training to take over governments in the United States. When local violence and catastrophe struck, the National Guard, under the command of the governor, went to action. This is definitely not the situation at this time. Page 132, it goes on to talk about controlling the masses. This is a pretty long thing. I want to continue this when I have went through it and highlighted it, because when I highlight things and I go through it and I highlight things, I have the ability to be able to break it down to y'all. So I just want to read just a tad bit of this though. On February 16th, 1975, in the San Gabriel Valley Tribune, it was reported that the LEA, funded by the Department of Justice, and the Police Foundation, funded by the Ford Foundation, are prime movers toward implementing a national police force. Each, however, contends they support local police agencies. The local program involves military units that have the function of taking over the administration of local and state governments. See, this should let you know that if they're giving power to the military to come in at any time and take over local and state governments, that's kind of sort of letting you know that local and state governments don't even mean shit either. I know this sounds weird, but okay, let's see. Oh yeah, Deuce Mom is asking you, Bo, because Ashley is not responding, and she wanted to know that if you were on the phone with Ashley, or speaking with Ashley, to at least have Ashley respond so she can further take actions on her end to help her. Yeah, no harm done. No harm done. No harm done. Deuce Mom is just trying to help as well. Yeah, and Bo said they didn't. He or she didn't take it that way. I know. Bless you. Cover of Vogue. Fuck them people. Your in New York, governor just put New York on pause. Yeah, I seen that. Emma Swan just said, uh, your brother who is a banker just told you they just closed. Yep, it's about that time, y'all. Military sees local and state. Yeah, they do. I know that, but the fact that at any given time they can just take it over and overrun. Yeah, Minnie Mouse. Yes, yes. Okay, okay. So y'all, this is what this is, right? You ready? The program is Operation Cable Splicer. Operation, look that up. Operation Cable Splicer. SPLICER. I'm on page 132 of Behold Pale Horse William Cooper. By Army Civil Affairs Groups, a subplan of Operation. Huh. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Operation Splicer. SPLICER. By Army Civil Affairs Group, a subplan of Operation Garden Plot. Look up Operation Garden Plot, the martial law program. The method by which the national police concept is being presented to the public has changed. It was first disguised under the cover of protection against civil disturbances. The program was as follows: keep the people from gathering in the streets, Mm. Isolate and neutralize the revolution's leadership. Dispersal of crowds and demonstrators. Wow. Stay in your homes, quarantine, lockdown. Oof. Damn. The Walmart family stocks and moved it to their family fund. Yep. So what if, let me ask y'all a question. What if all of this is deeper than sickness and disease? And I know some of y'all will be like, well, what's deeper than that? But what if this is about money? What if this is about collapsing the economic structure to no form of recovery? What if this is deeper to create a one world currency? What if it is? Like, what if this is all about one world currency? There's too many CEOs. I mean, and it's not like it never happened before. It's happened before. In 2008, we've seen CEOs step down during the economic crisis. Then, um, we've seen it. Some people weren't paying attention because, in 2008. I mean, Jesus, hell mercy. This rabbit hole is the Bo said they can kiss my entire ass shoes. I'm too old to be holding my pee. I know that's right. Operation Garden Plot coincides with Rex 84. Wow. Y'all don't know what Rex 84 is, look it up. So this is crazy. Yeah, the program goes as follows: keep people from gathering in the streets. That's happening. Isolate and neutralize the revolution's leadership. Dispersal of crowds and demonstrators. I mean, this is followed by successful prosecution in order to, one, validate the action of police, two, denying the arrestees propaganda materials, and three, denying them the opportunity to recover money damages against the police in arresting them. Okay, so then he goes to a scenario. I want to see what the scenario is, and then I'm going to stop. Depending on how deep this goes, I might not stop until the next page. Let me quote for you the scenario, which was developed for Cable Splicer 1, 2, and 3. To justify the needs of for dealing with civil disturbances, phase 1, an arrest and shooting provoke crowd unrest and threats against public officials, and a riot begins to form. Phase 2, police vehicles are ambushed, various attempted assassinations of public officials occur, destruction and raiding of armories occur, and thousands of people begin to gather, and local police lose control. Phase 3, increased movement of rioters, and the crowds must be dispersed before they become sympathetic with the rioters. The National Guard and the local police lose control. So they're using the National Guard as a plot, as a ploy. Damn, that's so. You mean to tell me that that they feel that the lowest branch of military is the National Guard, and that they're just putting the National Guard there as a means to seem like they're trying to call order, but may possibly be to incite rage in people so that they can respond with rioting, so that they can go deep. Wow, this is some shit. Scorpio just put more information on there. Press that link below. Let me see what y'all read. What y'all saying? Yeah, get y'all money out the ATMs, y'all. Go do it. I said that earlier when I started this video. Go get them out. Go get them out. Well, you know what? Look, the worst thing that can happen is that we all go back to normal, and you just put that shit back in. Keep $1 in that motherfucker. I don't give a shit. Take everything out but $1. You can only I think take out $400 to $500 a day via ATM. Let's see. Yeah, I woke up today and it felt like a movie. This is not good. People wanting to stay home and party. Yeah, I know. Many out there keeping us from the sun too. Lack of vitamin D and not activating our DNA. They want everybody on welfare, one currency. That's right. Eminent domain means the government can take over your property and belongings without your consent. Yes, and I've spoken this before. Um, Behold the Pale Horse, William Cooper is the book that I'm reading. Yeah, it is deeper. It's deeper than what we think. Um, California has National Guard now. They believe something will happen clearly. Wells Fargo is the worst bank to have. Actually, Bank of America is. Well, Wells Fargo is running a hard close second, but Bank of America is the worst. Bank of America will lock your money up. They'll be the first bank to lock your money up if they have not already. Wells Fargo would quickly follow. Your spirit's been so heavy. Hold on, my dear. I know, my dear Katrina. Controlling the weather. You felt it the other day. Yeah, yeah. Minnie Mouse Deuce mom has received the Deuce mom. Minnie Mouse has received the PayPal. Thank you. Yes. National Guard is active here in Louisiana as well. Yeah. My people back home. Oh, my heart goes out for my people back home. Oh God. Um, my godson in the he's in the military. He's watching over my mother. Yeah, my godson is in the military out there. He has reassured me that he will be watching over my mother and my brother. They're active all over the state. Shit. Come on, y'all. We're gonna stick together. We're gonna stick together. We're gonna stick together. Area provides for an orderly transition from state to federal control. So that means that the state will no longer be your state and local government will no longer be in place. Federal control will be taken over. The Deputy Attorney General of California commented at a Cable Splicer 3 conference that anyone who attacks the state, even verbally, becomes a revolutionary and an enemy by definition. Everybody, be careful. Be careful, y'all. Be careful. They are the enemy and must be destroyed. This program was, watch this, taught in almost every state of the Mississippi River and included as participants local active military, reserve military, and civilian police. The course name was Civil Emergency Management Course, CEMC, Civil Emergency Management Course. That would be something to look up. The official explanation that was to be given, if any questions were asked about the program, was this activity is a continuous joint law enforcement military liaison effort and a continuation of coordination established last year. In 1976, the Oakland Tribune carried the most complete explanation of what is planned. It is reported in it entirely in the National Chronicle, which added an analysis to the story. The Oakland Tribune's editor died suddenly after the story was established. I'm sorry, after the story was published, the Oakland Tribune's editor was died suddenly. Okay, so I guess what I'm getting ready to read to y'all next is very important because this person died getting this out. Uh, UFOs are going to help people. No one is allowed to leave your state. What's your state, Erica? You said Arkansas. Yeah, that's about right. Uh, People from Oklahoma aside, I don't know about the Arkansas Mississippi border. So they aim to keep all energy centralized there. Yeah. Anyone know if the highways are blocked? Can't really go into any of the hospitals here. Well, I think this might go into the summer, y'all. Um, you're on lockdown in New York. Yes, I agree. Based off of what you said, if this out of stock thing keeps, people are going to panic, and because of lack of food, yeah, the when people start running out of food, riots are going to happen. Your friend's sister needs to go to Children's but can't because of the corona case. Oh shit! If the guards are in place, then it's easier to shoot folks. Yeah, yeah. Okay, let me read to y'all what this man that was an Oakland Tribune editor died getting out. It says last Saturday, the California National Guard unveiled a new law enforcement assistance force, which was called LEAF, LEAF, Law Enforcement Assistance Force, LEAF. A specially trained and outfitted military police unit whose members will serve as shock troops in the state's war against protesters and demonstrators. I saw a full dress exhibition of what the California National Guard has planned for the next American Revolution: helicopters, SWAT teams, civilian military policemen in jack boots and helmets, 12 gauge shotguns, 38s and 45 caliber pistols, radios, walkie talkies, and electronically controlled intelligence centers wired for instant communications with any police force in the state. Ooh, Jesus. Page 133. I do believe that they may not get the reaction that they want, but when people are hungry, they're hungry. hmm The air seems to be more different than usual. Yeah. So where I'm at, one, two, three, four. We got four, five, six. I got six main lines of chemtrails. That's four, and then five, sixes over there. You can only see five really clear on sixes. Ain't this some shit? Mm, 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 mm. FEMA shit. Yeah, keep calming is the key. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, girl. Bye. Yeah, the animals are coming back. Yeah. I think that nature is liking the fact that people are not occupying the streets. Greenhouse gas effects is not happening. It's a lot of people that are not driving. Smog is gonna go down. Watch what I tell you. California smog is gonna go the fuck down. Air quality is going to be clearer, cleaner. Okay. LEAF, which is the Law Enforcement Assistance Force, is a 1,000 member unit put together this year to handle unique law enforcement problems such as mass civil disobedience, protest demonstrations, and riots. In other words, breaking heads and taking names. LEAF has the support of Governor Brown, a $250,000 worth of grants from the federal government, and no public opposition from civil liberties groups. For all of its ineptitude, ineptitude, however, LEAF has a frightening possibility from a civil liberty standpoint. It is a direct product of the California Cable Spicer conferences, a series of high level secret meetings between government officials, law enforcement officers, and military planners held during the late 16th and early 70s. The meetings were held as late as 1975, so far as many public records show. These were the conferences which Counter Spy magazine identified as California's Garden Plot subplan. Okay, here we all right, y'all ready? All right, y'all ready? Here we go. Here we go. I had to move because I can't. Sun is blinding my ass. Here we go. Gary Davis, Governor Brown man says Leaf is to assist civil police, not to replace them. Gary says civilians could expect a civilian tape law enforcement rather than what is commonly known as martial law. Despite this assurance, Leaf's exercises look disturbingly like military coup described in the novel 7 Days in May. Oh, y'all look up this book called Days in May. Um, Look up the book 7 Days in May. Look up 7 Days in May. Let's see what that's about. Scorpio 16, you've been doing good about posting links. The book is called 7 Days in May. It's a novel. Wanda Wisdom. I just don't trust shit. I don't trust it. If they gonna turn off, they saying they won't turn it off. But when you got greedy people who run these places, if they be like, well, the bills was behind anyway, we gonna cut it off. That's why. Yeah, I'm on page 133. Yes, Wanda Wilson, that's true. Bills that are being quietly passed. That is right. That is right. Um, you see a movie? Wait, what? I'm gonna look that up. 7 Days in May. Thank you, Scorpio 16. Scorpio 16 is on it. Scorpio 16. If you find a free PDF file of the novel book, 7 Days in May, not only post it here, but please also send it to my email, mysticcircle24@gmail.com. Please, please. Because I wanna start reading this as soon as possible. 7 Days in May. Be a bunch of government looking white people on this. 7 Days of May. Yeah, seven is an apocalyptic number in the book of Revelations. There's a movie in the book. I'm gonna watch the movie. Leave soldiers with nightsticks stood at intersections, stopping cars with suspicious occupants, checking ID cards, and generally intimidating onlookers with their SWAT style uniforms, which means black. Their side arms, the side wait, I'm sorry, their side arms and helmets. Perhaps more ominously, several participants in the role playing exercises Saturday admitted that even under simulated pressure, there has already been a number of incidents where the Leaf troops have used excessive force to quell disturbances, even though their orders forbade it. Jesus. I mean, but if the military, I mean, if the common police has been using excessive force with the American citizens, what make you think that these type of people in military won't? They've been already prepped by watching people on social media post how they've been dogging African Americans or well, black people, whatever you want to call us. They've already been prepped for this fucking moment. If that's the case, they've been practicing on our ass. Shit. A movie about the United States government in reaction to the president's negotiation of a disarmament treaty with the Soviet Union. Ah, but we come against that thing. That thing is that thing is no longer valid in your life. Hmm. Former Leaf Administrator Charles Roscoven is on record as having. Ooh, what the fuck is that? Oh, that's a fly. As having stated that local law enforcement has failed and must be replaced by, watch this, National Police Force. Patrick Murphy, the administrator of the Police Foundation, states, I have no fear of a national police force. Our 40,000 police departments are not scared. Ex Attorney General William Saxby warned that if we go on as we are, crime will invade us and the national police will take over. All right, that was page 133. It goes on to talk about um, planned police state, mental cooperation and takeover plans. Let's see. 7 Days of May is on Netflix. Oh, fuck. Um, the Geneva Convention. Are you serious right now? 7 Days in May. 7 Days in May is on Netflix and Amazon Prime. Damn. In the film Thrive on here, the narrators even he and another white guy wonder what is their end game. They have all the world. Well, the movie is about ending the Cold War by signing a nuclear disarmament. Thank you, Scorpio 16. Yeah. Wait. Wanda, I don't get what you're trying to say. You what? What's called the one world everything? But if a person possesses the bully mindset, even after that, why are you talking in brackets? I'm not getting what you're saying. It's how much it is going to cost because I thought it was a scammer. Oh, y'all have no idea. This big ass what the fuck is that? A horsefly? Oh, Jesus. Big ass fly. Don't look at me, bitch. Go about your business. Cities, I used to think that happiness was pleasure, but it's not, it's peace. What? Pardon my legal background, paralegal still has me speaking and writing in brackets. Pardon. You're all right. No, it's not a dragonfly. I catch dragonflies. I love dragonflies. It's a big ass fly. Big ass horse fly. It's this big motherfucker. Okay, let's see. I noticed that every time I notice that every time my husband gets a social media, what you call it on here, it freezes. Yep, there goes Gia. What is Gia doing? Hold on. So um Did y'all know that technically, I mean, I came across, did y'all know that technically we still have been under national declaration of emergency under the Jimmy Carter administration? Ain't that some shit? This is something that I found out when I had finished reading page 126. I did some digging myself and came up with things. Um, Civil Control Act passed in November 1990. A legislative subject mentioned under this law was magnetic levitation vehicles. I searched this on the 17th of this month. Reading Washington, but I got scared and I haven't had one before, and I don't know if I want. What? Bo? No, don't do that. First of all, there's nothing to be afraid of. I'm not that kind of reader. I am not that kind of reader. Mental cooperation and takeover plans. The people versus the conspirators. Mm. Will they learn how to turn people over against each other? Yep. The Geneva Convention. Ignoring the Constitution. And then he has a summary of evidence. So whoever this guy was that sent this to William Cooper, Bill Cooper, price of patriotism, price of apathy. He really went there. So this was a taped report. Okay, so he sent a tape. He sent a tape of himself to Bill Cooper and transcribed it. Gotcha. Okay, good. Okay. And when listen, look at this. And when you have to steal food to eat because our production is for foreign use because of the Department of Commerce through Executive Order 11490 and its predecessors is responsible for international distribution of our commodities. Don't sit in a covert hiding and eating and sundering what happened because you made it all possible. When your family is split up and spread across the United States to do slave labor, and when you never see your loved ones again, it will be your fault because you did nothing to. That's gonna be Thank you, girl. Bye. Girl, bye. How are you doing? What state are you in, my dear? Yeah, this right here. I don't like none of this. If you think that all that is necessary is to pay your house notes, to pay your TV notes, go vote when there's election and stand back and during the race and watch your country, whatever. He's like saying you are guilty because you are silent. Oh my God. He's trying to say live in tyranny and oppression. So that's when he talks about when I read that Kissinger and Brzezinski never wanted American blacks and Africans blacks to work together. He said we would be too powerful to defeat. Wow. Jennifer, why would I curse you out? Child, y'all are, I think y'all have put me in y'all mindset of just like a freaking tyrant or something. Somebody who's just gonna go ham for no fucking reason. That is not me. That is far from me. Far from me, darling. My thing is this: if you book a 30-minute reading, stay within your time frame. If you book a 45-minute reading, stay within your time frame. If you book a 10-minute reading, stay within your time frame. 20-minute, whatever. Like it's not that hard. It's not, y'all. It's not. I'm not like that. I don't know, but I don't want nobody else to be feeling like that. Secret government. Secret government. Hmm. Group members. Mm, 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 mm. I've spoken to y'all about the Jason Society before. Secret government. Majestic 12. MJ 12. Some people say that the Men in Black lies within this sector. I'm not too sure. Myself, I'm not too sure. But coup de grace or coup de grace. It's really coup de grace. This is the fuck you up high crimes and misdemeanors. Ew. Coup de grace. That is uh, fucked you over. Lessons from. Are the sheep ready to shear? Oh shit. That's gonna be the next thing. Let's see. Yeah, we have to stay positive. That's definitely true. Um, okay. Yeah. Um, well, y'all, using this as a paperweight. So, what's the next scheme of things? What is going to be the next scheme of things? I know while it's nice and sunny outside, y'all know what I've been doing? I've been willing. I've been using my willpower to spread apart these clouds and cause the sun to come back. I literally have been. I feel like I've just been lending power and getting power, like it's on a circular cycle between me and the sun to fight for this good weather to come through. We don't need doom and gloom weather, right? Today's a good day to, um, if you want to, you can fill your bathtub, clean it first, fill your bathtub up, and wash your stuff by hand, rinse them by hand, um, and then just sit them out to dry. It's a good time to do that type of laundry. I'm about to do, you know what? Yesterday, I ain't gonna lie, I took a walk. I did. Yesterday, I took a walk. Um, I felt something. I felt a spiritual pull. I'm gonna do some crossroad road work today. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do some crossroad work today. Um, Bo, everybody's tight on money, dear. Even me. I'm not getting. Listen, I'm not getting um, readings. I'm not getting. People stop buying products. You know why? Because they're tight on money, and this type of thing that I'm in is a luxury for some. And I'm not even tripping. I'm not. But at the same time, it's like, hey, what can you do? You just do what you can. Do what you can. This was Behold the Pale Horse by William Cooper. As you can see, it's right here. Behold a yeah. See, behold a pale horse, William Cooper. It's right there in your face. Thank you, Scorpio 16, for putting this down. Yeah, we need the sun to come out. It's here. Y'all hear this? Almighty Bethlehem. Almighty Bethlehem. Almighty Bethlehem. Almighty Bethlehem. Matter of fact, since I'm singing, let me go in here and get this. Um, about to do this right now. Yep, I'm about to do this right now. Be careful. I'm about to do this right now. While we are here. While we are here. All right, y'all ready? Okay. The Holy Pale Horse has a movie on Prime. Damn. Okay, so I'm gonna do On Money Padme Hum. On Money Padme Hum is um something. It's a chant. Om, all that is. Mani Padme is a basic term for saying all that is right. Um, to receive, to give me or receive, to be basically drop jewels within my spirit, right? That will continue to push you forward. Um, so I'm probably going to be singing it with in the what they call that, the key that these things sing in. So this is right. Oh, money bad man. Oh, money bad man. Oh, money bad man. Oh, money bad man. Oh, money Yeah, these birds are around me now. My dog is out here. He likes the sound of the meditation. We raise our vibrations with the earth. We raise our vibrations with the earth. Oh, Mani Padme Oh, Mani Padme Oh, Mani Padme Oh, Mani Padme We vibrate with the earth. Oh, Mani Padme Oh, Mani Padme Mani Padme Oh, Mani Padme Oh, Mani Oh, Mani Oh, Mani Padme Oh, Mani Padme Oh, my. Oh, oh, Padme Heal. Heal. Earth, we give you permission to heal. Earth, we give you permission to rest. We give you permission to shed. Give you permission to cleanse. Our beautiful ancient mother who has sustained and provided for all mankind. Soothe your wounds. Pataye o maye. Soothe your wounds. Grandmother sky and earth. Guardians of the watchtowers of the north. Guardians of the watchtowers of the south. Guardians of the watchtowers of the east. Guardians of the watchtowers of the west. We ask for your protection. We ask for your protection. We ask for your protection. We ask for your guidance. Show us the way. Show us the way. Ancestors, go deep, go deep, go deep, go. Father, Mother, God, go deep, go deep, go deep. Have mercy upon us. Go deep. We call and command healing energy to go to every crevice and nook of the earth. Heal. Heal. I'm gonna do Ubuntu. I am because you are. All of these, I speak to all of these chemtrails, and I command you to disperse, evaporate, and do no harm to the atmosphere as if you never existed. Nothing. May the earth fight you in your corruption. Helicopters. Earth, I ask that you speak to us, Mother, Great Mother, Ancient Mother. I ask that you speak to us and tell us what you need from us. Baby Mystic is about to come out and teach us about solar systems. He's back there. He might. We have no problems with you, Mother Earth healing, taking the time to heal. We understand that at these times that could be cataclysmic, but we rest assured knowing that you know who to cleanse. You've never been wrong. You've never been wrong. You've never been wrong. I call on the power of all galactic energies that are benevolent to mankind. Call upon your power and your help. I call upon the power and the help of any and all galactic forces that are benevolent toward mankind. Intervene and upon divine intervention. Divine intervention We call upon divine intervention. Before I get off this live, as I'm playing this sound bowl, I only have left. As I play this sound bowl, I'm going to be saying your prayers on this sound bowl. Um, so if you want to put a prayer below, I can go ahead and say your prayer um, to the sound bowl, to the cleansing energies of the sound bowl. I'll start with Girl Buys. Heal our hearts and minds during this time, O Lord. Bless us this day with strength. Bless us all, keep us all. Those of us who have little babies and children, don't forget the elderly, oh God, Father, Mother, God, ancestors. Family members who are apart from us. We raise the vibration of peace, tranquility, good health. We ask that in the coming times that you will send us means and ways for financial security and stability after these times have passed us. May we find peace in times and days of may we find peace in these days of uncertainty. May no harm come to us. So be it. We pray over baby Kiara right now. Shut up. I'm going to hold. We speak peace to your body, Tanisha. Guide us, protect us, show us the way. We will. We will do the work. Show us the way. Show us the way. Praying for all of these babies. I pray that we not only survive but thrive, overcome, and overthrow all who intends to harm us. Give us the courage and the strength to continue to be strong for our children. Keep us alert and aware. Protect over us while we are alone. Protection of family and wisdom along. The guidance to play chess. Yes. Bless her baby Kiara. Increase her healing. Yes. Pray for all of those who are homeless. Still our minds and our hearts. Bless us with the spirit of action and calmness as we prepare to keep ourselves and our families protected. Yes, we will overcome. Just show us the way, we will overcome. Show us what to do, we will overcome. Show us when to go, and we will overcome. Show us when to go, how to go, where to go, what to do, we shall overcome. I pray for peace for your mom, Bo. Protect all of us. Protect all of our spirits. Give us the strength to carry on. Yes. Yes, we pray over everyone. Yes, our first step to freedom. May we all thrive onwards to peace. Yes. Prayers over everyone and Mama Mystic and her family for being a beacon of light in these dark times. Ashe and cheer to Pisces. May peace and blessings be upon you. May the ancestors guide and protect your aunt and her transition to the next realm. Yes. I love y'all. Stay safe out here. If and when the sun comes out, if and when the sun comes out, on your end, bathe. Prayers for Minnie Mouse and Ashley. Yes. May Ashley Reed and Minnie Mouse be sent an angel in the form of a person to help them at this time, that they would have more than enough. Yes. Yes. Praying that all disease and pestilence will be banished out the. Praying that all disease and pestilence be banished off the earth, that the good Lord Himself will come down and touch everyone for healing, and also that He help the weak. Prayers for your mother and all in the nursing home, yes. The spiritual workers, thank God. Thank Father, Mother God. Prayers for the poor and single parents and children, yes. We put up arms before you, mighty Most High, for you've always answered the prayers concerning the orphans, the widows, and the homeless. Yes, yes, yes. You've always looked down upon those who prayed for the well being of those who put up arms before you concerning the widow, the orphan, and the homeless. Grateful and thankful. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I even put up a special prayer and I end it with this. Father, Mother God, Most High, filled of infinite potentiality, ancestors, spirit guides, animal guides, and all of the intergalactic beings that are benevolent to mankind. I pray not just over myself and my family, but though everyone who's watching in their families and everyone that I do not know who's all for the greater good of humanity and that wants to get through this. I pray peace, protection, prosperity over them in their lives. Good health. Cause our bodies to become immune to all of the evils of this world. Cause our spirits to rise above all of the fear, pestilence that is happening. We thank you. We thank you. Share, 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 share. It is done. Amen. Amen. So be it. So mote it be. It Kyle. Love y'all.